Why does nobody talk about JL Skinner? He reminds me a lot of Edmonds. He's a safety, right? Out of Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play linebacker or is he just safety?
He is I'll call him a hybrid. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, he can play box safety, but he's not a like super. We'll just say like versatile guy that I would want like playing a lot of like center field, or I think
Yeah.
he could play some two high shells and stuff. But I really like I do like Skinner. Skinner was a guy that I've talked about even going back to last summer. Devin Jackson was like the first person I saw on Skinner, so shout out to Devin. But he was kind of the first person that put me on to him. I know he had a rough early portion of the Senior Bowl. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure where his stock's going to be. I think opinions on him are going to kind of vary, but yeah, I mean, I like him though. He's a solid
Oh, he
player.
was at the Senior Bowl.
A
I
lot of
do
linked,
remember him.
a lot of linked
A lot of length.
plays with like
Yeah.
an enforcer mentality. There's some. I think someone on my timeline when I first heard of him was dropping some like poor
Dude, he
man's
had
Cam
7
Chancellor.
tackles for loss last season.
Yeah. But they were saying like poor man's
That's
Cam
not
Chancellor.
terrible.
I think that some of those hits that I've seen him make certainly match up with that. So
Dude, a poor man's Cam Chancellor is not bad, especially in
yeah,
this day and
pretty
age
good.
of what the inside linebacker really needs. I mean, like, can you play him every single time? No, but I mean that's worked out in the past. I mean, even in smaller versions, like Mark Barron, big dude, thumper, moved into inside linebacker, made a career out of it. You know,
Yeah. I think you need to see one thing that I wanted to see more with Skinner that I didn't really see in the clips that I was able to watch of the Senior Bowl is just I want to see if he's going to be able to defend different body types in the slot. That's like big for me in terms of projecting like safeties, even guys like him who are probably going to be more sub package defenders early on in their career.
yeah.
I'm not sure, or I guess I'm not totally convinced that he's fluid enough to be able to stick with like smaller slot receivers. I think he can cover tight ends. I definitely think the length in his frame will offer him the ability to do that with time. I just not sure that slot receiver is going to be some of those shifty guys. I think they're going to give him a lot of trouble.
Is he an option to move inside or no?
I think he's too skinny right now. I don't know what they list him at. I mean, I'd have to actually go look.
He
But
on Pro Football Reference, he is 208, 6'4", 218.
yeah,
That's
pretty,
skinny, but
that's
you could
small.
bulk
But
up. I mean, the
yeah,
NFL, you're going to bulk up. Leal did 20 pounds in like 6 weeks.
yeah. I'd have to watch some more of his stuff from this past year, but yeah, the wingspan. I mean, he has like really long arms. I think he has like 32 and a half,
Whew.
33-inch arms. But
Yeah, so impressive.
yeah, I mean, he's played a lot. He's played a lot of box safety. He does pretty well against the run. I think he's pretty reliable tackler. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that's what I remember when I watched him over the summer was that I trusted him, as a tackler. So I mean,
How hard is
there's a
that
role for those
transition?
guys.
How hard is that transition? Because it didn't work out with
Very,
Marcus Allen. But yeah,
very. It's
like I
hard.
would
It's a
imagine.
lot harder than people realize, and that it goes back to what I just said about the block deconstruction. As a safety, when you're even sometimes as like a box safety,
Mhm.
um, depending on your pre-snap alignment, you might not actually be in the run fit. Like as an inside linebacker, you're always going to be in the run fit. So having to take on blockers at the point of attack, climbing offensive linemen to the second level, because you got to think like even like him right now, who's 218, let's just say, even if he was able to get up to like 230, those offensive line, those interior guys, 310,
Yeah.
320, 330. I mean, you're giving up 80, 90 pounds. I mean, that's a lot of mass and bulk that you're giving up.
Yeah.
So it's hard. I mean, a lot of guys, that's also too, though, why like I really appreciate when I see guys that are at the strong safety position that can like play um, in the box and like take on blocks really well. I always try to like point that out because it's really rare for that type of archetype or body type too. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So not a move. Not a move. Would be about it though. Depending on this is the part of well, no, this will work out for the Steelers because if they don't get Edmonds and KZ back, maybe you consider a safety in the middle of the rounds. I think they want that 3 safety look. I don't think they're going to give up on it. I don't really know what to
Yeah.
expect out of Trey Norwood, but I don't think he's that guy, unfortunately.